course, which has been completely torn apart. For more than a mile of runway, there's a level of destruction that is absolutely astonishing. And it's all thanks to momentum. Because the wedge pushed the props up and out, the truck never got slowed down, meaning that it could continue its demolition derby all the way to the end. But what was it like to drive?
That was far more intense than I expected it to be, as evidenced by the fact that it looks like about 20% of what I drove through stayed with me. So to recap, I hit about 45 miles an hour at the very moment I got to the first row of 20 cars. Yeah! Right through them! And I started plowing through things. I went through the cement wall, I went through fish tanks, I went through bathtubs, I went through popcorn houses. Oh, yeah! But about halfway through, some cardboard and plywood decided to stay on my windshield. Now, I did see a red car travel all the way up the front, and I noted that it went past my left side. That made me very happy for this big, heavy wall beam right there. And at a certain point, I realized I hadn't hit something in a while, and that's when the two MacGyver mail trucks aimed me towards the rocket car and allowed me to finish this with a perfect smack right into the butt end of that to complete this run. Oh, yes! That, ladies and gentlemen, is catharsis.
Catharsis and catastrophe. A double dose of epic destruction that's the perfect final physics farewell for this remarkable runway.
Well, I guess that's it then.
I think we got one more thing. Let's get out of here. Thanks for your hard work, car.
Still to come.
5,001 pounds of info.
Adam and Jamie sign off in the only way they can.
3, 2, 1. Ha 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 ha!
After a final season full of stunning statistics and 14 years full of spectacular science, just one question remains. What was the best ever story?
What is my favorite myth? I'm gonna have to go with the most astonishing thing I've ever gotten to do in the history of Mythbusters, and that is put on a full pressurized spacesuit and fly to the edge of space in the U-2 plane. Hands down, best thing I've ever gotten to do.
Yep, U2's trip to the edge of space was a literal highlight, but it's not at the top of Jamie's list.
I don't really have any favorite myths. I have favorite things that I've done during this, like water skiing behind a rowboat or riding a motorcycle across a lake. And then there are things that we built, like the steam machine gun. Those are great.
Nice work, man.
Deep in the heart of the New Mexican desert, Adam and Jamie are ending their wild ride in the only way they can.
Boom.
This is it. This is the end. Way back in the early days of Mythbusters, the explosion that put us on the map was the detonation of a cement truck with 850 pounds of explosives. So when it came time to figure out a way to wrap up this series, this was the only choice. I'm introducing you now to a soon-to-be former cement truck. This will be Mythbusters' last ever explosion.
Yes, and it'll be our biggest.
Yep, for their last ever sequence,
There it is.
the guys are going to redo their most